Do you have a learning mindset in your team and even in your organization? I speak to lots of leaders and organizations about change and leading through change. And of course, most of them say, yes, we're really open to change. We understand change is around us and we can't stay still. We need to be adaptable and flexible. We're always open to new ideas from our team. And that's a really important mindset to have. But I wonder, are you actively teaching people in your team to be open to change and to be change agents? And a big part of that is having a learning mindset, recognizing that what we learned in the past, some of it's still relevant, but it's not automatically relevant. So we need to be constantly learning, relearning, even unlearning things that used to be true but aren't true anymore. So what are you doing to adopt a learning mindset for your team and your organization? I've spoken to a number of people recently about this. Just last week, I was in Brisbane speaking to a large conference of schools that are teaching VET, so vocational and educational training, the sort of skills that are going to be essential for us in the future. And it's about ongoing learning. It's not just learning being done with the education and then forgetting about it. It's about continually learning new skills. A couple of weeks before that, I was speaking to a large multinational organization in Australia. They were having their careers week and they did it all online so people from everywhere could engage with it. They asked me to do the opening keynote presentation about that, about adopting a learning mindset. In a few weeks' time, I'm speaking at the ARI, Australian Human Resource Institute conference, and we're talking about the future of work and leading through change and disruption for HR professionals and other leaders. And all of this is about change, and a key part of that is having that learning mindset, and for you as a leader and for your organization to actively and proactively help people learn. So what do you have for learning? And again, I think most organizations would say, yeah, we're doing pretty well with learning. We have training. We always look at where people are, where they want to go, and we provide training opportunities. But do you really? Do you really? I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. But there are different kinds of training that you can do and different ways that people can learn. If I can give you a broad picture, think about learning at 3 levels: deep, wide, and far. So deep learning is understanding your area of expertise. This is for anybody in your team, and making sure that you're up to date in that with professional development in that area. So to make sure, as I said, that you're learning and relearning and maybe even unlearning. So that's making sure that you're current in your area of expertise. So you go deep. The second area is to go wide, because there are these broad skills now that we all need that are not tied to a particular role, a particular job, a particular area of expertise. Things like creative problem solving, things like digital literacy and AI literacy, things like emotional intelligence and resilience and well-being and being able to manage lots of information and being critical thinking. So all of those skills are wide skills. They apply to you, whatever role or job you're in. And the third area is the skills that help you look far. So I'm a little bit biased here because I'm a futurist, but I think these skills are just as important as the deep and the wide skills. It's looking at what's coming up in the future, anticipating what our future might look like, even knowing that our future is going to be uncertain. And how do you have the skills to be able to see what's in the future and be okay with what's coming up in the future, and then create a learning journey for yourself in your professional role, in your work role, and even in your personal life as well. So look at those 3 areas of skills and learning. So deep skills, wide skills, and fast skills. So make sure that you as a leader provide opportunities for all of your team members to have skills in all those 3 areas. Now that might sound like a lot of work, but it doesn't have to be. We don't only have to send people off to training courses where they down tools or step away from the laptop and go off and do a training course for a day. That's not the only way that you can provide learning now. There are many other ways of doing it, including ways that you can do it with on-the-job learning. So people are not taken away from their regular role, but learning is built into what they do. If you'd like some examples of this, I've got a worksheet here for you that you can download, and it's got lots of examples of how you can enhance learning with on-the-job situations. So in addition to the traditional learning environments in a training classroom or even an online course, there are other ways that you can help build the learning for the people in your team. And if you do that, that means that they become more change ready and future ready. And you're building a culture of change agents. Download the worksheet, share it with your team, and pick some examples from there and try them out. I'm sure you'll find it useful. I'll see you in the future.